In the greenhouse game, each week begins with 3 players entering the greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you save a valuable ally or do you save your seeds? 13 enter, 1 will leave. This is the greenhouse. In her exit interview, Victoria left 2 seeds to Clay.
For sheer gloating purposes, I think I'm gonna give him to Clay.
Both seeds to Clay?
Yeah.
We'll be playing a 4x4 tic-tac-toe Russian doll game. Here's how it works. You have 3 sets of 4 pieces, from really big to really small. Your goal is to get 4 in a row, either diagonals, columns, or rows. You can place any sized item when it's your turn, and you can also capture other pieces by placing a larger piece on that smaller piece. You can also protect yourself if you really want to keep a spot. Okay.
Do you have to place a smaller one before a big one, or you can just
You
go
do not.
straight big?
You could go in any order. You could go straight big.
Let's start with the small.
Patrick has it.
Oh, 4 in a row for Patrick. Sorry, Maddie, you have lost. You will compete against the loser of the next challenge.
Okay.
And go. Birdie wins. Let's reset. Let's have Clay versus Maddie. Second timer the whole time. That's 4.
That was
Oh.
Alright, Clay is in 3rd. I'm sorry, Maddie, you placed 4th in this
Holy
competition.
hell, that was...
Alright, and go. Bye. Bye. All right. First place Patrick, second place Brody, third place Clay. Alright, on to the final flower picking ceremony of the Greenhouse Season 2. Sunflower Rose, 2 seeds. Who is third place?
Me.
Clay, what would you like?
Rose.
There's your rose. Second place was Brody. What would you like?
Take the sunflower.
Sunflower for Brody. Patrick, you can steal or claim the 2 seeds.
I'll take. I'll take the rose.
Alright. And Clay, you get the 2 seeds.
Thank you.
The final greenhouse standings. Brody is sunflower, Patrick is rose, and Clay gets 2 seeds. Prepare for nominations.
Great situation to be in.
3 of them. I'm just thinking through.
3 of whom?
Ideally.
Other people. I'm just trying to think of any that are
Wait, who? Johnny, Laura,
Johnny, Laura,
Matt.
Maddie.
Okay. So is anyone particular that you wanted to?
I would like to put up Maddie.
Okay. That's what I was thinking too. Just because it's like the least offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then, if that's the case, you nominate first, so obviously I would give you the choice. Then I probably would need to talk to the other 2 and think about.
That's fair.
I would obviously, like, I don't see a situation where we put you up.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I would hope not.
I mean, you're here, so.
Exactly. Even if I beat you once.
Ooh.
No, like last round obviously was
Yeah, I know.
weird, but I
and
mean,
it wasn't what you
I'm
wanted.
still with you guys, so you know, if y'all would
And I-
grant me that grace, obviously I would
Absolutely.
be very appreciative.
I don't see a scenario where you up unless, like,
I agree.
they do like an uproot and they uproot and we have to put you up,
Right.
which.
The only way that happens is if Johnny uses an uproot, or whoever's not up uses an uproot, basically.
Yeah.
And we don't have a choice, it's forced, and then we don't even get to pick who goes up. It's just Taylor
For
goes,
sure.
hey, you sit down.
Yeah. Between either of those 3, is there anyone in particular you'd like to see go?
Well, Maddie would be my first choice to go up, obviously, for obvious
Mhm.
reasons.
I would be fine with that going.
Me too.
The other 2, like, I still have a great relationship with Johnny. I don't have anything against Laura, like
Because I feel like she's closer to you than she is with Johnny. I don't know if her and Johnny have talked, but I haven't.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Really?
I mean, she and I have talked off and on, and
Yeah.
like just kind of been checking in with each other. I think out of Laura and Johnny, Laura is the key player
Yeah.
in the game at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fine. Having Laura, not Laura, Patty go in the spot.
I agree.
And I don't think she would.
I think that everybody else deserves to
I
stay.
think so too.
Yeah.
No, I think that
I think
that's
from
fair.
a pure like game perspective, like I think we
just
get.
everyone else has done more. Not that she hasn't done anything.
Yeah, yeah,
but
she's-
everyone else has
She
done more.
has.
I'm
But it's like
she's in the
making it
greenhouse.
to, what, 6th place?
Yeah,
Would be sweet compared to where she
Could have.
started.
Yeah, she
you
was
know?
on the. She didn't vote till 7 o'clock.
For sure.
7 o'clock.
For
She's
sure.
only voted
For sure.
once, right? I
Yeah.
think she's only voted once.
I mean, that would be the ideal
Sad.
situation, I think, for all of us.
I agree.
So this is the situation. He wants to put up Matt.
A little bit louder. I'm
He
sorry.
wants to put up Maddie.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm not gonna put you. I was thinking is if he puts up Maddie and I put up John, and Johnny gets uproot and uses it on himself, or has Clay use it on himself, then you go up.
I go up against Maddie.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was thinking maybe we could do like a play where he puts you up, so you get a seed. We would help you get uproot, and then we put someone up after, and then we can make a decision based from there. Because I break ties, and if you're off the block and Maddie's on, I'm cool with breaking a tie in our favor.
Okay.
But I would just be nervous putting Johnny up in that spot. Because if him and Clay got together, pooled their seeds, it would be impossible for us to make Final Four. Me, Brody, and Maddie.
Okay.
So like, that would be the only situation where you would go up. I would not put you up in a situation where you would ever go home. So what do you think? Do you have any?
No, I mean, that what you said makes perfect sense. I mean, I'm willing to take one for the team. Obviously,
How many seats do you have?
4.
Okay, so if he puts you up, you get 5, and then I don't think that Johnny or Clay would be super forward about using their whatevers. And if they used a bunch and bought up Root and you stayed, I think you would stay. But I'd be nervous with you being up there.
Yeah.
I would not want that because you're the person that I want to get to the end with the most.
Okay.
So I think I'm just gonna like kind of play it by ear and talk. I'm probably going to like make it seem like that's not what my plan is because, so if you hear contrary, just know that's why I wanted to talk to you first.
Okay.
To let you know that like my highest priority is keeping you safe. I think the worst case, the middling scenario is we lose Maddie.
Okay.
The worst case scenario is it's you and Maddie up there and they decide to flip it on you.
Yeah, that would suck.
But we just talked to Clay and Clay seemed more willing to keep you than Maddie. Because we agreed that it should be more of the power players. Not that Maddie hasn't like done a lot, but from our perspective, it's like us 5 have been like working together, like pushing, had to get through a lot of adversity, you know? So
Yeah.
I think you'd be safe regardless, but I would not have you go up if I thought there was any chance you go home.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Awesome.
Cool. I love that.
I get first nom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you up.
Okay.
Just letting you know. I think you were going up no matter what, so I think I might as well give you a seat in the process.
Wait, what?
I think you were going up no matter what. Because
Yeah.
Patrick said if I didn't go for you, he wasn't gonna put you up, which is shady, but I digress. But I'd rather you just get a seat, and
Yeah.
so I'd rather tell you now.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Just because
I mean,
I told Clay I wouldn't put him up because he was in the greenhouse with us.
okay.
And then Johnny's been the one person that has like, he put his neck out for me before, and so I just feel like I have to return the favor and not put him. If that
Yeah, I
makes
get
sense.
it.
So that's where I'm sitting. Just letting you know.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be fairly quick, and then it's gonna come down to auction and discussions after.
Yeah.
Especially since I don't get to vote, but you will get a seat out of it, and then you have enough for uproot. Just making you aware.
Some of the alliances that I made probably are going against what we said before. And I feel like we have a good, if they would go with the group, there's a good way that we could freeze some people out and get them out. But
You
I'm
can
not
use
sure.
names.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I feel like we could probably freeze Clay or Johnny out because me, Laura, Brody, and Patrick all said that we would have each other's backs. And Brody's trying to put me up. So it makes me feel a little bit nervous. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see where this goes because I will have enough for uproot if he does put me up. So
I talked to Brody and Patrick early on, and we said, it's time for Maddie to go. They flipped Brody and basically scared him into thinking that if he got to Final Four with Victoria, she would choose me over him. But the reality is, they would choose them over him.
Yeah.
Like, hello. You know, like it's, and so essentially it was just like me and Patrick pleading our case, and I lost because he didn't want to choose Victoria.
Okay.
And so that is not the way I wanted to get it to go, and I feel like that Victoria, you can come over here.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about what happened
Yeah, I was just
last
asking.
round.
I'm trying to get filled
So,
in.
I think it would have been better to keep Victoria around. He had his own reasons.
Mhm.
And now I am worried about all of them still being there.
This is my reason, and I'll just tell it to you like I told Clay. I think Victoria keeps both of you before she keeps me.
Mhm.
I don't know if Maddie is the same kind of thing. If she would have won this challenge, was my opinion of. I think she would rather keep me safe than both Laura and Patrick. I think she'd side with Laura and me over Patrick. If that
I don't
makes
think
sense.
that.
Yeah, I don't think that at all.
That's just what I
No, but
I think that they are very,
maybe I'm wrong.
They are very much aligned, and they all talked before they got you.
True. I think Laura's the spearhead of that group.
She definitely is.
Oh yeah.
So.
But I don't think Patrick is completely voiceless by any means.
No. He's
Um,
smart. He's sharp. He's good at the game.
I just think that we are strong
I don't see a way in which-
together,
Oh,
and I just
no,
don't
and-
want
and another part of it is that.
them to plant like seeds of doubt. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I understood last round. I get it.
Yeah, no. I have told you from the beginning. I told each and every one of you this is my 3.
Because if the 3 of us went to final 3, I'd be very happy with that.
No, that was my goal from
I'd
the
be
beginning
happy
of the
with
game,
that.
and I'm sticking with it.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the reason is I also know we have 2 bank votes on our side. They have 0. To where if shit
Here
really went
comes Maddie
crazy,
to interrupt.
if shit really went crazy,
Say that again.
we still have
Here
to.
comes Maddie to interrupt.
Like, but if shit went crazy, we still have 2 bank votes, and we can still flip it, and then we're still have the numbers. Was another part of my thought process there.
I
So
don't
she went the
wanna
other
waste
way.
that vote. My bank.
So
If we can get Maddie out this round, great. That's ideal.
Yeah.
I am worried that they are going to try to keep Maddie for strategic
I don't
purposes.
think so. I don't think they have a choice.
I think they want to keep her so
But
that.
here's the catch. It's 2 votes. Oh, fuck, I'm not tiebreak. We have a bank vote. Yeah. If it comes down to it, I'll just give mine. I
So
told you
who's
from the
voting?
beginning.
Me? You? No, you're not.
I'm not. You 2.
Well, I don't know
One
what's
of the
going
2
on.
of you. And Laura probably.
Us 2 and Laura?
Whatever 2 does not get nominated, basically.
So we're gonna have to use the bank vote.
Do we have confirmation if Laura has a back
Maybe
vote
it
or not?
depends if it's Laura that goes up or not. I doubt she will, but she does not.
So, I think there's no scenario where you don't go up because we told Clay he was safe because we're all in the greenhouse together.
I was just told already that he was putting me up.
Okay, that works.
But I get a seed, so I could uproot because then I would have, I think.
Okay,
We
but
have 3 right now.
what I was thinking
Yeah.
is we put you and Laura up,
Okay.
and then get uproot, save one of you, put whoever we put up, and then
What do you mean? Who?
so.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, and then I would break the tie in y'all's favor. But I don't know if that's what Brody wants to do because I can't.
I
I
was gonna
can't.
say, I would uproot, freeze Clay.
You want to vote Clay in this spot?
I guess so.
Well, the scenario, like, it would be pretty rough for me to go against Clay because we just told him that he was good. So it'd be pretty hard for me to do that.
Add a little bit of spice.
Huh?
I said add a little bit of spice.
No takers?
Well, it's just the 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then the 3 of us, so.
Yeah, I feel like they may be trying to paint it as like a 3v3 thing, but I don't know how Brody feels. So,
Brody said he was voting me, so then that would give me
how many seeds would you
a
get?
seed.
What? Okay, I'm
But the
at.
problem is if I uproot, I feel like I think other people have more seats
Yeah, I don't
than I
think.
do. So
I don't think they would let you uproot.
I don't think they're gonna let me uproot.
I
I
think
think
it-
they're gonna bid me out.
I think it comes down to like what we were thinking about doing when it comes to. So I'm fairly confident.
please, Brady?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm fairly confident that Johnny has Caitlin's seeds
I'm almost positive.
for some reason.
I think it's because he's the one that didn't vote for her.
And then Clay probably got,
I don't think Clay has many.
but he just got the ones from.
Victoria. Definitely have Victoria's.
Oh shit! I didn't mark my little book.
How many did Victoria have?
I'm gonna go talk to Johnny. Cause I have a talk to Johnny.
Victoria didn't have many shit. Johnny. So I'm not too worried about it. Have all 3 of these.
Okay, so Brody is pretty sure he wants to put up Matt. Okay. And he nominates first, so I can't really fight him on that if that's what he really wants. And I can't put up Laura. And we just promised Clay safety because he was in the greenhouse with us. So I'm probably gonna end up putting you up.
Okay.
But I think we can get Maddie to go home. And if you have enough to uproot, like, that would be fine. And then I would just, I don't know, that would be tough. But I think this is the spot where Maddie should probably go.
Okay.
And I think if But if I do put you up, like, it has no intention of you going home. And I definitely get
I would rather Brody put me up.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know why he won't.
Because if you have to put me up or he has to put me up, I would rather take the seed. Why would you give another seed to Maddie?
I agree. It makes no sense. And she was talking about trying to uproot, and I don't know if her and Laura would pull their seats together to get uproot, and then Laura saves her, and then you and Claire on the block. So I'm gonna talk to Brody to see, because that seed that he's given out is really powerful.
I just don't know why you want to give Maddie another seed.
I feel like whatever we decide to do,
Because I already told her. It's like, wait. Because as soon as we said, you're good with it, and I walked over there, I was like, hey, I'm putting you up.
yeah, she came and told me, and I was like, okay.
Right, that was just my only question.
Yeah, I just feel like your seed here is pretty powerful as far as like who has the best chance at bidding for uproot. Because uproot is probably going to be the deciding factor. That's why I didn't want to go for seeds, because if uproot happened or X or Y, I wanted to make sure that I was safe.
Mhm.
That's why I feel like we took
That's
top
why I
2
took
and we
this.
took so can I talk to Brody for a second?
Mhm.
Just to like try to figure it out.
And Johnny, I want to talk to you after.
Okay. What do you want to get out of this?
I think I do want to get out Maddie.
I would be fine with that.
I want to get out Maddie, and the only reason is because I do think there's a factor of, hey, you deserve to be here. You've played hard. You've been involved in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I do respect that to an extent. But
Oh, I think for sure if
Maybe.
during the daisy chain it's going to be one of me and you, and it's going to really test how far we want to go. I promise you, one of us
I
is
can
going to be
see
up
it.
there and be primed to be taken out. And I think, again, we stand the best chance if we're together, because I think Final Four, if it's like you, Laura, Johnny, and Clay,
Mhm.
I think they might try to get you.
I'm
Just because
I'm
I feel,
going.
I
No,
feel
I'm
like
going
Laura,
in.
I feel like Laura is not a big jury threat.
No,
And
no.
that's kind of why I want her.
Yeah, so let's go make the nominations
Yeah.
and go from there. I do want to talk to Johnny real quick, though, and then we'll go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to nominate John.
If I don't nominate her first, he's not nominating her, and then what happens is it's fucking you and Clay up there.
Gotcha.
Not allowing that to happen.
Okay, that works for me. Thank
All right, hello top 6. We are very deep into this brutal competition. I just want to applaud you all. All right, it is time for another nomination ceremony. Patrick and Brody, you are this week's flowers. And you get to nominate 2 of those other players for banishment. Brody, you're the sunflower and you go first. Go on ahead.
Maddie, welcome home.
Maddie, you have been nominated for banishment and you receive a seed.
I talked to this person. Johnny, I'm sorry.
All right, Johnny, you've been nominated for banishment. Have a seat. All right, Maddie and Johnny have been nominated going into the auction. Let's head over. All right, hello everyone. It is time for the top 6 auction. I will put 8 minutes on the clock. Let's get to bidding.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
You may have noticed that your pot is a little heavier.
I do.
Victoria
Victoria.
gave you 2 seeds.
Lovely.
They want Maddie, and I don't think that's the best for us. I think the best case scenario is you getting uprooted and using it. And at worst, we make them go through a bunch of seeds, and then we have more leverage in the end game.
Okay.
Because I know he just got Victoria's seeds. I'm pretty sure Johnny got Caitlin's seeds.
Okay, so wouldn't Johnny outbid us?
Yes, but making him use all those seeds would be beneficial. So I feel like the best strategy would be to have Maddie be the one bidding on uproot, and then her give it to you. Because that way, if for some reason Clay gets uproot and uproots Johnny, and you have to go up as the replacement, it'll look like Maddie was the one that they should get out. Because they're still talking about Maddie being like not as big of a player as you, and that's why they want her out. So it'd be very interesting if they just all of a sudden flipped, because they have said nothing to me contrary.
Okay.
And if they did, I wouldn't think that this, but I think that this is the plan. Because if we can get Johnny and Clay up on the block, I think we're golden for the end game. Because then whichever one of us doesn't get picked in the daisy chain, they just drag Brody, and then we're good.
Okay.
But obviously, if Brody picks me, I'm gonna pick you over Maddie.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel the same.
Yeah, cool. So I think we should be good. It's It's just about trying to get them to use as many seeds as possible because they've gotten all the eliminated players' seeds. So they have a lot more power. So if we can suck out like 5 or 6, 7, that's fine. And then if we win uproot, it's just as fine.
Okay. But we want me to.
We want her to win and give it to you.
Okay.
That way you're both safe. Because if she uses it on her, I'm not confident Brody won't put you up. I know.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't happen because we could easily convince her to give it to you because you're both safe.
Right. Okay.
It would be perfect.
I wanted to play uproot to get myself off, but I feel like other people have more
Yeah, but
tokens than me.
Even if you end up using your tokens and they outbid you, they're still losing a bunch of tokens. And as long as he doesn't use it, he doesn't give it to Clay, then I'm gonna put up Clay, and Clay's gonna go. You're not going home.
Okay.
So I don't think there's any downside to you putting your chips in for uproot.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I guess, but if I do, then I'm gonna need chips.
Well, if you win uproot, you're safe.
Yeah, that's true.
And then if you lose uproot, you get your chips back.
Yeah,
Seems like a win-win.
kind of.
Kind of. So I want to talk to them to see what they're thinking. Because
What was Laura saying?
Laura was saying something similar. She wants either us to win uproot and then you're gonna bid on it, and then if you give it to her, she saves you and you're both safe. Whereas if you use it on you, Brody might put her up, and they might vote her
I
out.
don't want Brody to put her up.
Exactly. So we can make it to where he doesn't even have a choice, and then he doesn't even have to feel bad. So I think you bidding on it is better because it protects
So-
Laura. But I think if you win it, you could just give it to her
So I
because it's
would-
passable.
Okay, so I would just like pass it to Laura.
Yeah, just
Okay.
throw it to her.
Cool.
Yeah, so I
I can
think
do
that's
that.
the plan. I don't know if you want to go bid now just to kind of like get the money going. That way we can see how much they're at. Because I need to talk to Brody to see how much they really have because they have a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase. You have 8 seeds. I have 7. We need to win the uproot.
There it is.
Pull me off.
Huh?
Pull me off.
Pull you off, I'm safe. They pull Laura out. And then we'll see where we go from there. Because I don't like the way everything is progressing.
I don't like it at all. It's
I feel like
tough.
I'm getting more on the outs, and they need a loss. You know. So I think once that happens,
I think we should ask Brody for
I think so too.
seats.
I think
like,
so
hey,
too.
as a show of loyalty, I need you to give us seats to
Or
get Johnny.
ask Brody. Well, no, because I want you off.
Yeah, because that's the bigger thing.
But he knows how many seats some of us have because he got a seat count. He doesn't know that I got 2 more from Victoria, but I mean it's obvious.
Right.
Because Patrick is getting to him too much. That's the problem. Every time they go over there, something changes that I wasn't privy to. I knew that one of us would probably be going
Yeah,
up, but I
but
didn't know which it was.
Brody
And it
made
was
it-
not shared with me.
Oh.
I know it was shared with you.
Well, he was like, I can't put you first because Patrick will probably put you up. Because I was like, well, fuck, give me the seed.
Yeah.
If I have to go up. And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, then that means both of us would go up and then we can't save each other.
Exactly.
And that was the whole thing. So we could have gotten screwed a lot
We
worse.
could have, yeah.
This
I'm
is,
glad they stuck to the plan of Maddie, at least.
Mhm.
That's what needed to happen. I don't know how many seeds they all have. I'll
He
ask
would
Brody.
know.
I'll ask Brody. But that is my goal. Get the uproot, save us both, get into Daisy Chain, solidify that bond with Brody, and let him know that we have to stick together to get
he won't win.
one of them out.
Right. Yeah.
And then 4, we get the other one out.
Mhm.
And then it's us 3. Easy fucking peasy. Sorry, easy peasy.
So we have 15
Me too.
seats.
Yeah.
I have the
7,
bank
you
vote.
have 8.
And that counts as like for Final Four.
So why don't you give me yours and I'll give you back whatever I don't use.
Alright. So this is
7?
7.
Johnny's getting Clay 7 seeds.
Okay.
And you still have...
Mhm.
Actually, take 2.
Yeah. I trust you.
I got you. I'm not gonna betray you, I swear.
Okay. No, I'm not saying you would. I'm just.
No, I know.
I like to confirm.
I mean, I don't think they can beat this.
They
I
can't.
hope not.
I'm gonna bet on uproot. 4.
Maddie has bid 4 seeds on uproot.
I mean, I would like to see Maddie stay, just because she's been more loyal to us. But I mean, if for some reason it's not possible, I understand, and I wouldn't be like.
Well, it's only
no.
2 votes.
Yeah.
So Johnny does have a banked vote. So
Yeah.
that will come into play. And I'd rather not use mine if possible. Just
Okay.
I don't have a strong preference personally. I trust Johnny. I trust Maddie. Yeah, that's kind of where I sit.
I'm very confused because like there's talk about, like Patrick was just talking about me getting the uproot, but like I'm not even involved.
I did uproot, so I can pass it to you. So you could keep me safe, and then we could usually get somebody else up.
Okay. Right now I'm just worried that Johnny's gonna outbid you on that because I think he has more seats.
Yeah.
So if it works out, I mean, I'm happy to do it,
Yeah.
but I'm just not sure how it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm cool with that.
Was the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. But I know that, like, y'all have been more inclined to be getting them from the eliminated players, which is fine. But it's just like, if she gets it and uses it, it puts Brody in a really tough spot.
Oh yeah. No, it's not what the plan would be.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I'm cool with y'all doing that.
Okay.
And then we just go from there. Once we get a daisy chain, I feel like it'll all kind of sort itself out. Because I feel good about where we're at right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Had y'all talked about anything?
No,
different?
I mean that was just the thing of all of us 4. Even though I have felt on the outs because I've been on the block twice now.
Yeah,
and I didn't know about Victoria going home, and so you can see why I'm like a little hesitant here.
Yeah, I felt like how it was like Victoria would have been more loyal to like you and Clay, and Maddie would have been more loyal to like Laura and myself.
Yeah.
And then Brody's in the middle.
Yeah.
So it was up to Brody.
Understand that.
Yeah. But I think we're good, and I thought this was to go over. I don't think Laura's gonna give her any, so I'm not super worried. Okay. And then you separate yourself and go from there.
Okay.
Sweet.
In the last round, that alliance flipped Brody by making him nervous that Victoria would not take him to final 3 over me, which, I mean, she wouldn't, but neither will they. So I'm like, and that's what I keep telling him. I'm like, yes, Victoria and I were a clearer alliance, but so are they, so like now they have put Maddie, who clearly needs to be the one to go next. Love you, 6th place, congrats, you made it. But they put Johnny up. Between Johnny and I, we have 15 seeds. So I'm going to win the auction for the uproot, take Johnny off, save myself, and they can put sweet Laura up. And then we'll decide what the fuck's gonna happen. Because Brody is starting to play games with me, and I don't like that. And Patrick apparently has the gift of gab, and I'm not into it. So, y'all wanted drama? You gonna get it now. You really will. Because I am what? Psychotic. Here's my plan. I just talked to Johnny. We have a good bit of seeds between the both of us.
I know. Because you just got all of... I mean, there's only 2.
2.
You got what, like
2 from Victoria.
4 right now? 5? 5.
I have...
I can tell you.
7.
7? Girl. No,
he has 8.
I know he has 8.
So
I got
don't know how many the other side
I got you
has.
as 5.
I got 2 from this greenhouse.
I forgot about that. Stupid.
So does the other side have a lot?
So I'll tell you, Laura has 4. Patrick has 4. Maddie had 4. She just used them. She has 12 total.
So hear my pitch. How many do you have? 4. Would you be willing to give me 1 for Johnny and I'll give it back to you if I don't use it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my pitch.
So I guess, do we want to try to weed
We
all
get the
that?
uproot. I play to save Johnny, we're both safe. They put Laura up. Then we decide if we're voting Laura or Maddie. Then, next round, we have to get Laura or Patrick off. Then it's final
I kinda
four.
like that.
Us
And,
three
and
knock
Maddie.
the other one out, and we're final three, and it's done.
I like that. It's a great plan. I'm in.
Okay.
We don't have to use either one of the two bank votes this round either.
No.
Do it. Let's get it.
I think that is the path of least resistance.
Agreed. No, that's agreed.
And I will tell Johnny that I got this from you as well, and remind me I will give it back to you if I don't need to use it. All right, I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote. I mean, I'm going to.
Let me just record this real quick.
All right. What did she do? 4?
Yes.
I'm doing 5 on uproot.
Clay has bid 5 seeds on uproot.
I don't like that.
I don't trust that.
Right, that's
No.
just like, I don't like that.
2 of them can go up.
I've been put up twice now,
Mhm.
and I don't like that. I have no idea what I told you. That's not fair. And I was like, you say all these things about how you like me or whatever, but I'm not.
And
I'm
since
on
it
the
sends them
outs.
to me, and I've had it. So
So I was like,
you poked the bear, and now you are going to see how spiteful I can be. So we have this in the bag if Bodhi just sticks to the plan.
the plan.
I don't have to say the F word every time. See, I was having fun, and y'all just snapped me into my crazy place. And now I feel like my mother. Damn. Hey, Paige. She ain't gonna watch it. She has the attention span for Maury Povich, and that's all.
Yeah. So it looks like Clay is bidding on it. That's what he just came to discuss with me. It's like, hey, look, I think I'm gonna go bid on it. I'll just use all my seeds as needed.
Yeah.
If he wants to burn them, let him burn them.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I feel like in Final Four,
You need them.
we're gonna have
you need
a
'em.
really good spot with C's. That's why I knew this greenhouse was huge.
Mhm.
And I think if possible, if we can get Maddie and Laura to make the bird more, while still getting rid of Maddie, because I feel like Maddie or Laura is taking us over them.
True. True. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So I have Johnny at 8. I have Clay at 5.
and he just bid 5.
So he must have used all of his, unless Johnny gave him some, but I'm sure Johnny did.
Okay, so Final Four scenario.
Mm-hmm.
How many do me, you, and Laura have together?
12.
Okay. So, and Maddie would have 4, and she would give them to Laura. And Laura
16.
would use them for us in Final Four.
Mhm. 16.
Yeah.
And that's definitely majority.
Yeah, okay. So this is perfect. They don't even need to bid me. I think we're in a good spot either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 16 to 8.
Just as long as the daisy chain works out.
It's 16 to 8. Yeah, that way. So.
And we're good.
No,
Final 5 shouldn't be an issue.
No.
If Maddie goes home or Laura goes home, I will prefer Maddie.
Yeah.
Just because in general, I feel like I've been working with Laura longer.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm cool. Did you have like an ideal Final 3? Because I'm cool to work out whichever one you prefer at this point.
Final 3 is Final 3.
I just feel like Laura.
I don't think I have a shot in Final 3 no matter what, just because.
What?
Just because I burned like 3 people on the way out.
No.
Do you think Lily's voting for me? No. You think Caitlin's voting?
I
think Caitlin, Lily, and Victoria.
You think they're gonna
never
vote
get
for
them.
me?
They're not voting for me. They'll vote for whoever. They don't care who else it is. They'll
I know,
vote
but
next to us.
I feel like our best opportunity is me and you against Laura. Because she's the least biggest jury threat, I think.
Maybe, and then none of them worked with her either.
Exactly. So I feel like this jury, I feel like the last jury for the greenhouse was
Honestly,
bitter.
I don't remember it. Oh, I do remember they were bitter.
They were bitter,
Yeah.
bitter. And I feel like this one might be a little bit more
Gameplay.
oriented. And I think me and you would definitely be like the choices for gameplay.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's why I'm totally fine going me, you, and her.
Okay.
And then we would have most of the seats because they're using them right now. And it's going to be Laura versus Maddie. And I don't really care which one you want to push for more.
Yeah. Well,
I would prefer Maddie because
I haven't thought about it, honestly.
You think Maddie, who do you think would be a bigger jury threat, Maddie or Laura?
Honestly, I think Victoria hates Maddie for no goddamn reason.
At the end of the auction, the current standing is Clay has 5 on uproot. Does anyone have anything to say about that? Alright, congratulations, Clay. You have purchased uproot for 5 seeds. And Maddie, you receive your 4 seeds back. There you go.
For all I've done for you.
No, right. Alright,
you, baby.
Clay. There's your uproot. What would you like to do with it?
I am using this to take Johnny off the block.
Alright, Johnny, you have been saved from the block.
Thank you.
Laura, you are the only option as a renom. So, the final nominees for the round are Maddie and Laura. One of the two of you will be eliminated at the next banishment ceremony. I'll give you guys some time just to talk about the vote. It's only 2 people voting, so.
Yeah, well, let's do Rhoda gave us one, so I'm taking it. No, taking
Yes,
it.
okay.
Because that's a show of faith for me.
Take 5, so you have 6 and I have 5 left.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I want you to stay.
Okay. I feel like I've proved that like I'm not.
No, you've done nothing to me, and I put you up last time, and I feel bad about it. So this is my way to say sorry.
Okay.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
So are we cool?
Yes, I'm cool with you. You're cool with me.
I'm totally.
I would love to stay.
Yeah, I think you should stay.
Okay.
Marie, you should go. You've been fighting your heart out.
This whole.
You need one more time. So yeah, I think it's gonna be you're gonna stay here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm assuming it is.
honestly, that's probably the
think that's the best
move
option.
because I don't feel like Patrick is close with Maddie. and
Agreed.
I think she's
He's
a weaker-
isolated at that point.
Yeah.
Next thing, same deal as last time with Daisy Chain. You
Well, it's a competition.
no, I just meant like if one of us gets chosen, we don't win.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. No, you're
Like,
saying
I'm saying
Yes.
if it's me and you're up there, I'm taking you.
yes.
Vice versa. Just
How I see it is the final 4
Mhm.
is gonna be Patrick, me, you, and Clay, and final 3 is me, you,
Absolutely.
and Clay, if that's okay.
that's very.
And then
good.
jury can do their own thing with that.
So, I would love if you would keep me in the
Yeah.
game.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
I feel like it's Maddie's time as far as how the play has gone. I would love to know, I don't know if you can tell me this, I would love to know who is leading now. Is it you or is it Patrick?
Who's leading?
Yeah.
I
I feel like Patrick is the mouthpiece, who kind of like says the most. But I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not
you know,
me.
I know that your loyalties don't lie deep within me,
Okay.
but they could. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
like we're not total enemies in this game
No.
at this point. I don't want it to be like that
No, I
necessarily.
really don't
I
have
think
any
you've
enemies.
played well,
Yeah.
and I feel that it would be. I would feel good keeping you for another round
Okay.
because you've done that for me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Um,
Absolutely.
Sorry, I kind of bulldozed you. What were you gonna say?
Um,
I'm just all amped up.
oh, you asked me a question about who I think.
That was
who's
a weird
leading.
question. I just,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
I don't.
not me because I'm more quiet.
Mhm.
I know I am.
Mhm.
I tend to stay to myself more, and I'm more of an observer rather than a talker because I like to be careful with what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very thoughtful about who I talk to and what I say in those conversations. In a good way. You know, I don't want to just be running my mouth to different people. I want my conversations to be meaningful. So any conversation that I've had with you, what I said to you was genuine. Like, I've never had a problem with you. I think you've played a great game so far.
Me too.
And
And I felt that. I think the only time it started to really slip for me was the Victoria thing, which made perfect sense.
Yeah.
Obviously. But then they didn't fill me in that Johnny was going up. I knew it was either me or Johnny. And so that's where I was just like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little more on the outs than I felt recently.
Yeah.
And it makes sense where we are in the game. Saving Johnny for another round, I just didn't want him to go up as a pawn.
Right.
You know, because that can be dangerous.
Right. And I mean, if that's
and I
beneficial.
like Johnny, and I think that he's been doing everything that he said he was going to do as well to
Right.
people. He hasn't done anybody dirty.
No, he really hasn't.
I did not do that to get you up to send you, you know. My goal would still be for Matt to be
Yeah.
voted.
No, I don't feel that way at all.
But
I know
moving forward, I mean, you know, looking at like Final Four, Final Three, like I know we obviously have people that we're aligned with, but
Right.
I would love to go to a Final Three with people that I feel deserve it.
Same.
Not that people don't deserve it, but people who really like played with some kind of strategy.
Yeah.
You know?
Agreed.
In whatever way.
Yeah.
So
I think it's all going to depend on how the
daisy chain competition goes. And then we would just figure it out from there.
True.
But I feel like I'm in good standing with you as of right now. So, yeah.
I feel the same.
So, how did your conversation go with Johnny?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, just because like we have now.
Yeah.
He told me that he wanted me to stay.
Okay.
How did your?
That's what Clay told me.
Nice.
So
now we don't know.
Yeah. Cool. But if they're probably gonna agree on something because they're like close. If they don't, then there would be a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And I have no clue how that would go, honestly.
That'd be tough. Which way do you think they're leaning?
It's hard to say.
It's hard to
They
say.
haven't told y'all? Why would you just tell y'all?
Johnny told me he didn't want to see me go. And
Clay
Clay
told me he didn't want to see me go.
If they tie this vote, I will murder everyone. I would hate that. I don't want to pick between y'all.
Yeah, that sucks big time. I think they're gonna talk and
No,
decide on
I know. I
something,
really
so-
hope they freaking do, man. And now I'm scared that them three are gonna make up on 3 and try to ice whoever stays and me out.
Yeah, I think.
But I think that would be such a bad mistake because Clay is just gonna win the game.
Okay, between us, like honestly, 100%
Yeah.
between us. I really think Brody has positioned himself where he gets ahead either way. Whether I'm in power, you're in like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like he's good no matter what.
Yeah.
Like he's positioned himself well between the two of us and the
Yeah.
two of them. And I'm pretty sure he just gave them a seed to uproot Johnny.
No, he didn't.
I'm almost positive.
He told me the secret and he said that he thought. I'm pretty sure. You know what I was just thinking about?
What's up?
I don't see any situation where any of us can be Clay in the end.
Oh, no. No.
I know, but thinking about that is so scary.
Well, I'm well aware of that. I've been tracking that for a while.
I know, but like, I just would feel so bad if I felt like me and you have had such a grip on this
Well,
game.
that's what drama. That's what top four's for.
I know. The final 5, if days change the
Challenge.
challenge, but one of us needs to come for
Right
it.
now, well, I think we're the two strongest challenge people here, so I'm not too worried about it.
If Clay wins, what are you thinking? For 5, do you want to get out Laura or you want to get out Johnny?
I don't know. I'd have to think on it.
Is Johnny open to getting out Clay before 3? Because he's going to win this game.
I don't know. We'd have to make a pitch. It wouldn't be an easy sell, but it's possible.
I mean, like, I think Johnny might beat both of us before Laura would.
Oh, I don't disagree.
Because I think Johnny is
I'm just
hella liked.
I don't think there's anywhere Laura stays right now.
Oh, in this vote?
Because it's Johnny and Clay.
And you think they're going to go down Laura?
I think so.
Okay, well then I think Maddie's an easy...
I think Maddie's an easy goat.
Yeah, 100%. You
So-
and Maddie? I fuck with him.
I'll work with that.
I know, but I was just thinking about how scary Clay is as a jury.
Oh, no, he.
I
That
didn't
is
even
Clay's
rea-
MO.
I
is
didn't
like-
even realize.
Clay's MO is like get far in a game and win because everyone loves him. It's basically the same as Brandon in last season. Like got really far in the game, made no enemies, friends with everybody on the jury, and hey, I'm just gonna take this from y'all. Thanks though.
I would much rather one of us be the winner of this season
Oh.
than Johnny, if I'm
I
being
would-
honest.
Oh yeah, I'd much rather. If I lose to you, I lose to you. It's not a big deal. And I'd rather lose to someone I'm feeling good about than someone I'm not.
Couldn't agree more.
So, because what's gonna happen is every time I've gotten to the end, I'm like, oh, I got this in the bag. I lose. And every time I'm like, I don't care. If it happens, it happens. I win. So
you're telling me you're gonna win? Get that on. Can I?
No, I'm just saying that's the attitude I have to have going into this. Because if not, I'm definitely gonna lose.
And whichever one of them goes home is definitely gonna give their seats to whoever.
I would assume
they're not
you
or the other girl.
Maybe. Yeah, Maddie. I'm just gonna basically make an assumption that Laura's going home.
And look,
just because that's what it
if I
sounds
win,
like.
If I win, Daisy Chain, I'm taking
Absolutely.
you straight out. I don't
Same
care.
thing.
This is not the time for cheeky shit.
Okay. I think Laura goes. Patrick is not as close to Maddie as he is Laura. That's gonna force him.
Maddie told you that?
She didn't say that per se. I guess I could ask her again, but basically, she wants to stay. I don't see why she shouldn't stay. I think that's the better play.
See, Laura just told me that because I straight up asked, what are your inner workings? Who's calling the shots?
Okay.
She said that she hangs back more and watches because she doesn't say as much. But I fully think that she is calling shots.
I think she has to.
She's not a dumb girl. You know,
No,
like, I
she's-
mean, come on.
She's done this before. She's played. She knows.
So, obviously, Maddie is. It is on my last nerve that she's still here. Sorry.
I love Maddie.
I do too. She's very sweet.
What's up?
So we are deliberating Maddie versus Laura.
Laura's better in challenges.
That's what he says.
I think.
We could even take Maddie up on it, Laura.
Yeah, I'm there with that.
But I think next round, one of us has to win.
Absolutely. And that's part of the reason we get Laura out now.
We have to.
That's half the reason, in my opinion.
Because what he just talked to Maddie about, Laura told me a totally different story. That she's
Regarding-
taken this passive backseat role in their alliance and blah blah blah. I don't think that's true at all.
I don't see that.
Because I don't think that
Ultimately, it's y'all's choice.
I'm never gonna remember his name.
Patrick.
I know. I'm forever saying Jax. I don't think that Patrick comes up with everything on his own.
No.
I just
No,
I won't believe
he
that.
is sharp.
Yes,
but he's
absolutely.
not that good.
I also don't trust him any.
I still think he's
If
gonna
we
snap
can
back.
knock Laura out and knock one of them out next, we are fucking
We're fine.
golden.
We're golden.
Yeah, we're there.
I agree.
You're still in this, right?
Absolutely.
You promise?
Swear.
Okay.
It's the first promise I made in the game. This keys
I can't believe they didn't bid up the fucking
I know.
uproot.
I think they're
I
trying to play
lied
it.
to them about how many seeds we had.
How many sieges did you have?
I was like, oh, they only have 8
Okay.
total.
Sweet.
It counted, because I was like, what? Because I kind of beat with them. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, they only have 8 and we have 16, so we are fine. So they didn't bid it up.
I would love if you would keep me. I feel like we've had a really good rapport throughout the game. I'm sure you probably have a decision made in some fashion between you and Clay. I would be very grateful if you kept me though. The 2 times that I was in the greenhouse, you weren't even on my radar. I know we're a lot more down to the wire, but anyway, I feel like I've played a good game.
No,
and-
you've done really well.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately it's coming down to who, basically it's about Patrick and who he trusts the most. And that's where it's coming down to.
Okay.
So, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
And I don't want to send you home at all. I really
Yeah.
don't. I like you a lot. But I think the smartest move for me is to send you home. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that as a really respect because I do like you a lot.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you feel?
I don't know. Because Johnny's told me inside that he wanted to keep me.
And I feel the same.
Okay.
I know that y'all are both allied.
Yeah.
However, I feel like I can trust you
Okay.
maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
And so I'm extending that olive branch.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
can live with that. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I can live with
really
it.
what to say.
Here we are at the final 6 banishment. Laura and Maddie, you are this round's final nominees. At the end of the ceremony, one of you will be banished from the greenhouse. But before Johnny and Clay vote, you each have one more chance to give a quick speech and try to sway their votes. Maddie, you're first.
I've talked to both of you, and I feel like we left off on a good note. I feel it, but I don't know. I don't know. I just want y'all to get me in. That's all I can say. At this point, it's late.
And Laura, you're up.
Okay, I've had a great time playing the game thus far. I have mad respect for the game that we've all played thus far. I know at this point everybody just has to do what's best for their game, and I hope in some way that involves keeping me.
I am looking out for my game at this point. I'm getting conflicting accounts. Laura, It's been great.
So this is a purely strategical move. I like Laura a lot. She's never backstabbed me or anything, but she's a very strong player and I think a very strong ally to Patrick. And I think Maddie should stay, and that'll get me to the final 3. Let's see.
Once I announce the result of the vote, the banished player will have a few moments to say their goodbyes and walk away with Brandon for their exit interview. By a vote of 2-0, Laura, you have been banished from the greenhouse. Thank you for playing. Laura has been banished, and there are still a ton of seeds in the game. Find out who goes home in the second Daisy Chain banishment next time on The Greenhouse Season 2.